welcome back to my Chatty vlog. I believe this is episode 3. We're just going to say that. My name is Tonya, and I'm from the House of Parker, and I am so happy that you are here watching this. It makes me very, very happy. First of all, I just want to say what a week Texas has had. Wow. Anyway, there were some areas that were worse than some. I want to say we were really, really lucky and blessed. We didn't have water for 24 hours, but the power, we had the rolling power outages, and when the power would go off, it would only stay off about 30 to 40 minutes, if that. We had plenty of firewood, so we made a fire, cozied up, and we did pretty well. It was still kind of cold, but with lots of snow, it's starting to melt. I am so happy to see the sun. Anyway, that was quite something. Anyway, I'm still having coffee. It's still kind of cold outside for me. So anyway, also I wanted to say this is from my blog that I written a few years ago, but it applies today. And I also want to apologize to you that I'm reading this. If I don't have notes or something in front of me, we are going to go down a rabbit trail all day long. Ain't nobody got time for that. So this helps me to stay focused, but always, remember, this is from my heart. Even if it is written and I'm reading it, it is from my heart. So never doubt that this is not from my heart, because it is. So I hope you enjoyed today's vlog. This is kind of a favorite. This is kind of a lifesaver for me, so I wanted to share it with you. I'm not sure if I've mentioned before, if I've shared before, but a few years ago I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety. I had postpartum depression after my son was born, but I did not realize that's what it was. And to make a long story short, if I didn't get help when I did, we would probably be having a different story today. So when I say something about being anxious or depressed, I am not using those words carelessly. They are close to home. I got therapy, I took medication, and I did what I needed to do. I don't take medication now, but it doesn't mean that I don't have depression or anxiety. I do know that diet and exercise plays a big part in mental health, so I do try to keep physically, sharp up here. So I do exercise, and I've changed my diet so many times, but I'm also diabetic, so that helps changing my diet. Anyway, I'm not perfect, but I just want you to know that if I ever use those terms, I am not using them loosely, okay? It's real, it's raw, and it's not a joke. So please, I understand that if I say depression or anxiety, I've had major panic attacks. I have stories. Oh goodness. Anyway, just wanted to share that. So I don't know if that is mentioned in here, but it might be. So if those words are mentioned, just to let you know, they're said out of love and not being careless. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into today's episode. Today's episode is titled, How Tonya Got Her Groove Back. I do have a video that talks about this, but it's one of my very first videos on YouTube. It's not very good. So anyway, this may sound familiar if you've watched that video, or it may not. So anyway, there's that other rabbit, right? I'm just gonna go. Cheers. How Tonya Got Her Groove Back. Routines, boring and monotonous. Structured and disciplined. Boring. It's the same thing day in and day out, the same old. Not much fun, and they can be painstaking. Routines. So, Are they boring? Or are they life-changing? You decide. A very long time ago, I had established some routines in my life to keep my life, my home, hubby, and children organized. With small children varying in ages, I had to learn to juggle. And I discovered I wasn't very good at juggling. I wasn't very good at it at all. It took some practice, but I did get a little better with a little help from my friends. My friends that were on the internet. I searched for advice, charts, schedules, you name it. And wow, there were lots. And there were people who were like me who did not know where to begin. Thus started my journey and passion for cleanliness and organization. Fast forward a bunch of years. Here I am once again in the throes of chaos and not knowing what to do or how to get out of it. You see, life happens to all of us. There's no way around it really. Stuff happens. It happens unexpectedly. Unexpectedly, it knocks you down and it leaves you breathless. I have been trying for a while, it seems like forever, to get control of my life, but especially my home. I bought books, bought programs on the web, joined groups, printed about a zillion worksheets, schedules, routines, you name it. I would be fine for a little while, and then I would stop, just like that. Cease trying. I gave up. One day, a light bulb moment happened. A neighbor I had never met before came by with her daughter who was selling some fundraiser stuff. And I invited her in. What she said to me was a turning point. She said, "Oh my, what a lovely home you have. It is so beautifully decorated. Did you do this yourself?" I was completely floored. After a moment or two, I realized that she had asked me a question and was waiting for an answer. It just took me by surprise. Yes, I did. Thank you so very much. Her response, "Wow, it looks like it belongs in a magazine." I thanked her again and went through the catalog and asked her if she could come back later so I could make a decision to what to buy from her daughter. Wow. Now, you see, my family and some friends have made similar comments, but never had a stranger. This happened once, not once, but twice. The mother of my son's friend was over and said the same thing. Okay, all right, I'm not bragging about this, so please don't take it that way. I'm telling a story, so I'm not bragging. But I have put a lot of time and effort in getting my house decorated to what I like and need. Some creations are my own and some are not, and I give credit where credit is due when asked about certain things. I do what I like and my family likes. Simple. Period. Nothing fancy. So if I wasn't saying that not to brag, why did I bring it up in the first place? Good question. And I'm going to tell you. Here is my answer. I was living in chaos and not being very nice to my house. Okay, fast forward a few years ago, I was deep into my Bible study devotion when I remembered that chaos and disorganization, words are hard, is not God's character. It's the enemy's. I was allowing the enemy to keep my focus on my health, my work, and complaining about not being able to cope with all the normal daily life stuff. God is not about chaos. God is about peace. I prayed for my eyes to open and strength to carry through. I prayed for a miracle and a passion that I once had. And boy, did I receive it. Maybe not so such as a miracle, but a fire was lit and I was determined. The reason I failed at maintaining checklists, routines, schedules, etc., was because I was using methods that worked for others and was designed by others to do what they needed to do. Do you follow me? I needed a plan that worked for me and my family. What works for one doesn't mean it works for all. There is no one size fits all. So I went to work, and work it was, and it wasn't fun, and it was boring. There was a wonderful website called theflylady.net. I stumbled across her site many years ago. She is very helpful, and I ask you to check her out. It's a great beginning. Basic stuff, good stuff, you'll love it. Routines. A few years ago, I sat down and I made a list. Yes, I am a list person. I love lists. I have to have a list. I have to. Anyway, I carry a clipboard around the house with my list. I'm not kidding. I do. I have a clipboard. So let's go back a few years ago. I wrote down what I wanted to accomplish in each room of my house. I wanted something that was different from cleaning all day for 12 straight hours and then the next day or every day. Who wants that? I don't want to be doing that. No, that's not what I want. Something simple. I'm not a fancy person. I need simplicity or I will not do it. It has to be simple or it does not work for me. After many hours, or so it seemed, it could have been days, I don't know, weeks, months, I'm not sure. I lost track of time. I came up with a cleaning schedule checklist that works for Tonya. It's doable for Tonya. This makes Tonya happy. I made routines that work for me, and now, a few years, I'm still into it, and I still love it. My house is getting the love and attention it deserves, and the best part, this is the best part, my anxiety, panic attacks have calmed down. My anxiety and panic attacks have calmed down. Why? Because anxiety feeds on chaos and disorganization. It's a great feeling. I have found more time to do fun stuff without all the guilt and anxiety lingering. I've been able to leave the house more, which is also a big deal. There's times where I just couldn't do it. So for a few months now, I have been working on words are hard, decluttering and organization. Not all my rooms are where they need to be, but they are getting there. One baby step at a time. Rome was not built in a day. Your house did not get disorganized and dirty in a day. One baby step at a time. And as God is my partner, the possibilities are limitless. Limitless. Yes. I'm going to say that one more time. And as God is my partner, the possibilities are limitless. Yes. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me. For I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light. Matthew 11:28-30. Right, so I just want to leave you with these. This is current events going on at the House of Parker, in case you are wondering. What novel am I reading at the moment? I am reading Forgiving What You Can't Forget by Lisa Turkis. Oh my goodness. Forgiving What You Can't Forget. This is an eye-opening, mind-blowing book, Bible study. It is great. It's a book, and there's a Bible study. I'm doing both. It's amazing. I suggest you check it out. What TV show am I currently watching? Well, I'm watching crime shows and not just one. Yeah, don't judge. Don't judge. That's how I relax. Well, I want to share with you one of my favorite quotes. You're braver than you believe and stronger and smarter than you think. Winnie the Pooh. I want to read that one more time for you. Let it sink in. You're braver than you believe, stronger and smarter than you think. Winnie the Pooh. One of my favorite quotes. And so my favorite scripture this week is praise the Lord. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. Psalms 106:1. Anyway, also I want to thank you for being here. And I forgot. Oh my goodness, how could I forget? I am at 200 subscribers. Yay! Woo! Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I'm absolutely floored by that. I can't believe it. But anyway, thank you so much for your support and your love. I so appreciate it. If you haven't, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment below if you have any questions for me. You just want to talk. I would love to do that. And also, the House of Parker is going on vacation next week. Yes, next week. I probably won't have another video of anything out for 2 weeks, and so I apologize. But we are going on vacation, and I will get something up there as soon as I can. But again, thank you so much. 200 subscribers. How can I forget that? Oh boy. Anyway, thank you so much for your love and support. I hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.